Okay, y'all, welcome back to how I got diagnosed with Graves' disease. This is gonna be part 2. So where we left off yesterday, I was talking about the shaking. So I was the only one out of all 7 of us. I was the only one that had the whole right side was shaking. So that went on for a little while because I was ignoring it a little bit because it was getting worse by the day. The days went on. So it came to a point and I was like, I gotta get this checked out. And when I say that, I was starting to get symptoms of the shaking. I already was having symptoms before I got the flu of the night sweats or just the excessive sweating. Like my heart palpitations were through the roof. Feeling like my heart was about to pop out of my chest, y'all. I mean, I barely could even walk from point A to point B, and I'm talking not even like 10 feet before I was out of breath, going up the steps, stuff like that. So once I started getting all these types of symptoms and stuff, I really started to wonder what was going on. And I think what really topped the cake was my weight loss. Every place I went, people were talking about how it looked like I was losing weight. And I'm just like, are they seeing what I see? Are they feeling what I'm feeling? Because I sure didn't feel like I was losing no weight until I actually put on some clothes. So I had ordered some clothes from Fashion Nova and Shein last year in 2023, but I just never put them on. And that time I was wearing like a size 15. I couldn't fit none of them clothes. I couldn't fit none of them. The jeans were so baggy, and I mean to the point that a belt is just gonna keep it on my waist, but the legs and stuff, the shirts, like I didn't even notice how much weight I had lost. My bra size tremendously, but I didn't notice that everybody else was noticing it, but I still didn't think nothing of it. So I finally went to the emergency room, and because I didn't know what was going on, I was like, I got to figure this out, because this shaking and stuff I do, this stuff is not normal. I'm excessively tired, and I mean sleeping all the time, but then I got insomnia to the point I can't go to sleep at night. And, I was just having all types of symptoms. So in my head, I was thinking that I was working too much. That's what I thought. But went to the emergency room. They did all types of scans and blood work, all that type of stuff. I did an MRI. I did all that type of stuff. Everything came back normal. Everything came back normal. Only thing that didn't come back yet was my thyroid testing, but everything else came back. So the neuro, y'all, when I say I didn't even see this man in person, he rolled in on a monitor. Like, that's the reason why I hate this day and time. But rolled in on a monitor and was talking to me through that. Now, mind you, I have a whole shaking thing going on, the sweats, the heart palpitations and stuff, which was making my blood pressure up. I'm having all this type of physical stuff, but you decide to roll in on a monitor. Okay. So anyway, I talked to the neuro. He's asking, what's going on, all this type of stuff. And I told him, and he was like, well, your test came back fine. The results and everything came back fine. Blood work looks good. So I think that we should maybe just start you on a small dosage of seizure medicine to, help with the shaking. Sir, with your expertise, and I'm pretty sure you went to school 8+, you came up with putting me on seizure medicine. Now, I'm not a doctor. I have a daughter that has epilepsy that actually takes this medication. Everything came back fine. They're showing that I'm healthy and everything. Brain, all that stuff. And you decided to want to put me on seizure medicine. The way that these side effects are on all this type of medication and stuff like that, that's what you came up with. So you didn't see any reason for where the shaking came from. He said that this is probably just still an offset from having the flu, being that it's been 3 weeks. Sir, no. So I kindly declined, and I said that I would just like to get a second opinion, because I'm not getting on no seizure medicine. There's nothing wrong with me, neuro-wise. No. And you just clearly did the scan. You're not even here, sir, to check my heart or anything. You're not even here to even see it for yourself. You're on a screen. No, sir. And that right there pissed me off, because you got some people that's not advocates for themselves. They don't know anything. It's like you're going to the doctor to confide in them, and this is what you do. Like, it's crazy. A lot of us probably have things going on that we shouldn't even be having going on because they just want to throw us on medication. Please do better. But anyway, so left the doctor's office, and I'm a type of person that I check those emails. I'll write you the little survey. I do that type of stuff. But anyway, I checked my chart after, I think, the results for the thyroids came in maybe like a day later. I can't remember, but I had checked it, and normally, like, my blood work and stuff is always fine, but I always just still glance over it to make sure it's in the green. And them things were my TS4 and all that TSA, all that stuff was like all the way at the end of the line. Like, one of them had to be like a 0.7. I was at like a 2.84. And then one of them was like extremely low, like off the chart. It was the craziest thing to me. I was like, what in the world? So now it's like, okay, now I got to find my primary. I got to make an appointment. Now I got to find, I was supposed to get a second opinion with the neuro. So the way these doctor's appointments and stuff be happening, I had to, I seen my neuro before my primary because there just wasn't any slots to get in. So I had an appointment with a new neuro, and when I went there, she was like, nah, I don't think this has nothing to do with me. She was like, she said, looking at your blood work and stuff like that, this was like a thyroid problem. I'm like, thyroids? I said, what? I mean, unless I'm a very educated person, but like I told y'all before, I didn't really know that thyroids was connected to a lot of things in your body. So when she was like, thyroids, I'm like, okay, so the thyroids, that's what's affecting the shaking and stuff. So like, is there medicine or something I can just take and it fixes it? She was like, no, this is a little bit more serious than, you know, just a quick fix thing. And then she was like, the way that the elevations were looking in the, you know, my blood work, she said I'm looking like I was hyper. And when I had got on the scale and stuff like that, y'all, I always struggled with my weight when it came to maintaining it. I was already 200 pounds, like, around Christmas time. That's kind of my go-to weight, 198, 200. That thing said 174. And the nurse was like, you look concerned. And I said, yes, because that's 30-something pounds in only 2 weeks. From Christmas to like January 15th, that's like 2-3 weeks. And she was like, well, most people would be, you know, happy and stuff. How I lose weight and I didn't do anything. So that would show why people were saying that I look like I had lost weight. Like, I done gained a little bit of weight back now. But, yeah. About 30 pounds, y'all. 30 pounds. And I was like, so when y'all seen those pictures back in like July, maybe February, like, and you know, y'all was like, oh girl, you look good and stuff like that. Yeah, I lost weight uncontrollably. But yeah, y'all, so the neuro was like, no, I don't think this situation is for me. She was like, I mean, she looked at, and I mean, she did way more than the other guy did. I mean, she had me stand up, you know, try to check to see. She already told me I'm gonna still have a slight tremor in his hand, but God got another say so for that. But yeah, she did a whole lot more testing and touching just to eliminate things to make sure. And I felt way more comfortable with that. I said, it's sad. Y'all doctors got to do better out here. For real. It's too much stuff going on nowadays. It's the food, the medication and stuff like that. Y'all are not checking for more things. Y'all are just doing the bare minimum, trying to write a prescription and going about your business. You don't even care about us. I'm not going to speak about all doctors, but a lot of them, no. But yeah, y'all, 30 pounds. I lost almost 30 pounds in 2 weeks. And that is when it started to scare me a little bit, because I had to get the appointment with my primary, which was taking so long. But finally, I ended up getting an appointment with her. I think they tried to fight to get me in just because of what I had going on. So stay tuned to part 3 of how I got diagnosed with Graves' disease.